And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
So, who are you to judge me? You want to judge me? Go ahead. Have you ever wanted to say that to somebody? Who do you think you are judging me? It happens way too often in conversations and communication with people in which people just jump to a conclusion because of something that they've been through. And our challenge is to make sure we're not the person who does that, because it really can have a bad effect, and sometimes it could come back and slap you right in the face. I'll never forget a time I was running college track, and I really had a passion to run, and I was a sprinter and really enjoyed it. And I started my first year of college track, and I was running as an independent. An independent is not tied to a specific track team. It was just something I enjoyed to do. Some of you know my story, know that I was working multiple jobs, paying my way through community college when I first started my college endeavors. And so I really didn't have time to do all it took to practice and what it took to be on a team, because I was too busy working and paying my way through school. And at the time was not afforded the luxury of getting a scholarship or being able to get a financial loan. So I had to work my way through school like a lot of people have done. That doesn't make anybody special. It just means I wanted to get an education, right? So I worked through it. And I remember I was running in a track meet, and it was in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And I was going against a bunch of Big Ten schools and also MAC schools. And we were at an invitational. I had just come off the track, and it was an indoor track meet. And it was a 300-meter race, and I made it to the finals, and I ended up taking fourth place. And I was pretty proud of myself as an independent runner, as a guy who was running just because he wanted to, when he could, to go compete against the best in the Big Ten and the MAC as well, that conference, and to compete against all these athletes that this is what they did, and a lot of them were on scholarships, and to compete with them and take a fourth place. I felt really good about myself coming off the track, that I could compete at that level. And I remember running into our coach, and we did have a coach, and the coach was there to support us and challenge us and all the good things that he would do for the independent runners. And he was also there because a lot of these runners were on his cross-country team, and he did get compensated as a cross-country coach for the college. And I remember I came off the track, and he said, "Phil." And I said, "Yes, sir. What can I do, coach?" And like I said, I'm feeling pretty good. He said, "You know what? You're a disgrace to yourself, you're a disgrace to me, and you're a disgrace to this team." And I said, "Coach, those are pretty harsh words." And he said, "Do you see what you just did out there? Do you see what you just did? You just took fourth place against all these athletes who are extremely good. You don't even show up to practice. You show up once in a while, and you just run because you enjoy it, and you can compete at this level with the best of the best." He goes, "Imagine what you could do if you actually showed up to practice once in a while." And I looked at him, and I smiled, Coach, and I said, "Thank you, Coach. So what you're saying is you'd like me to come to practice every single day and practice with you and the cross-country team and develop my skills so that I could be really good, right?" He's like, "Absolutely. That's exactly it." And I said, "Wonderful." I said, "Then help me to figure out a way that I can get the money to pay for school, maybe a scholarship or grant money or whatever it takes, get me a place to live, because I don't have a place to live right now. And I'm living out of a truck, and it would be great if I had a place to live and school could be paid for." And he looked at me and said, "Excuse me, what?" "Yeah." I said, "Coach, I don't have a place to live." He goes, "I had no idea, Phil." I said, "Well, why would you? I don't make a big thing about it." He goes, "And I feel awful." And I said, "What do you feel awful about?" He goes, "Because we don't have track scholarships at our college, and I can't give you one. And I'd love to help you out, but I can't. We don't have that." So it was a great lesson when two people came together. I personally I was not totally offended by what he said, and I wanted to help him understand. I wanted to help him understand my position so that he understood that I wasn't failing. I wasn't doing the best I could be because I didn't want to. I just didn't have the means to do it at that point in time in my life. And so how many times are you in a situation with another person where they don't mean to fail, they don't mean not to do what you want them to do, they just have other things going on and they can't control that, what you want. And rather than attacking them, what you want to do is you want to attack the behavior. Never attack the person, always attack the behavior. And ask questions. And by asking those questions, you can ask the person, what can I do to help you to get where you want to go? And that way, you're going to sleep well at night knowing that you never attack somebody who was already down on their luck. And you weren't the bad person. You were the person who cared and helped them rise above it. So ask questions, be supportive, attack the issue, not the person.